to introduce our guest. Scarecrow, Jason Tucker. Pumpkin 1, Casey Johnson. Pumpkin 2, Keith Avery. Pumpkin 3, James Smith. Other pumpkin, David Trash, Ethan McSeedy, Christian Serio. Crow 1, Jennifer Mason. Crow 2, Mark Flynn. Crow 3, Christian Anderson. Other crows, Jason Carter, Jennifer Wright, Ashley Gates, and Christina Castro. Our play begins in the farmer's cornfield. Pumpkin 1, Kristen News. Pumpkin 2, David Black. Pumpkin 3, Joe Lucky. Other pumpkins, Joshua Cobb, Daniel Patrick, Nathan Smith, and Eagle Clark. Crew 1, Jennifer Moore. Crew 2, Kimball Wills. Crew 3, Stephanie Backey. Other crews, Shannon Bourne, and Julie Ritter. Our play begins in the farmer's cornfield. Look at this field, it's perfect. Seeds, lots of seeds. Sure, I say. Your body is made of straw.
Yep. How do you want the wrong thing?
What's that I hear? You're only a scarecrow. Why are you crying?
I'm lonesome. I'm too happy, but I'm not happy. I have no friends.
I'll be your friend. I need one to make me grow. Will you share your fears with me?
My vines will grow so strong they will hold your body straight.
Water will help me grow bigger and I can keep you warm at night.
I'm happy I can help you. I've seen these kids for a long, long time.
Shoo! Your body is made of straw. You need straw for a nest.
Straw? My straw? I can help you.
Of course you can.
We are tiny little pumpkins. We like to grow so round. Please give us joy and water. We'll be the best in town. Our stems will grow so sturdy. Our bodies orange and bright. Now just to watch this pumpkin patch sing, what a glorious sight.
You don't have any sharp knives.
Yeah, this thing is not sharp.
Hey, be careful there.
That thing you can get done with it.
I'll try to.
Mommy didn't. Mine is little funky.
Well, that stinks. There you go.
A bug. That cop's never gonna come off. Gee, that was sharp knife. Not this back too. Oh no. Come on.
Here, Mom.
No.
Here, Mom.
Not no.
Do it.
That like. Ew, what is in here? Slime guts. There's a bomb in there. Oh no, there's a mommy right at me. Ah!
Molly. Molly girl. Molly girl.
Oh, Molly. Molly. Does it work, Mom?
Mm-hmm.
My pumpkin's perfectly clean. Look. I wish I could say the same with my hands. Molly! Molly!
Look at my pumpkin.
No seeds.
I'm done.
Okay. Look at that.
I can't. Break the surface.
Oh man, you cut it right on it. I like that when you got it in. You got pumpkin guts. That was what I was fishing for.
Of course.
It's for pumpkin guts.
Driving. Oh man. I need a machete.
Why? You need a super power knife. You need a power knife. That's what you need. No, you couldn't in my fishing rod.
I don't care.
Catch, Mom.
Perfectly could if I do say so myself, huh?
Yeah, if I do say so myself.
Look at this.
Megan. Hello, Mommy.
And then I'm gonna put.
Yeah, right.
There's Batman. And there's the night zombie who got killed in the wars and comes back to haunt us.
Shut up.
And the protector dog.
And there's Waldo. Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo?
Where's Waldo? Anyone know where Waldo is?
There he is.
There's Waldo.
Hey, don't.
Just shut the light off. Hi, Waldo.
There's little one that's big down there.
The projects.
Hi, Mom.
There is. And
Hey, Mom.
I got the feeling in mine, it's flowing in somebody's pocket. It's being siphoned off.
No.
It's brought to you by GE. From plastics to financial
Look how long this is.
good things to life.
Hi, Molly. Aw, what
I'm the
candy.
same opinion here in their state. They should take these parks and make everybody pay $1 a carload or something to go into these parks. They should not be free.
Apple. I like these.
What are they?
Milk duds. I like them. Give them to me. Hate milk duds.
Oh, yeah, I like milk duds.
I don't like them.
You're a dud.
Hey, where am I going? Look at that, I got skeleton.
From WGAL, the Susquehanna Valley's news channel, this is the News 8 Evening Report.
The fire couldn't burn what was in our hearts, and it'll just make God's message burn even stronger.
A suspicious fire destroys a York County church, but members of the congregation say this tragedy will only make them stronger. Good evening, I'm Kim Lemon.
And I'm Wayne Herman. The early morning fire at the New Cumberland Alliance Church left only the walls standing. And tonight, church members pick up the pieces. News 8's Ed Weinstock has the story.
We just watched the flames just eat both directions of the building and just watched it go.
Pastor Charles Davis watched in horror as flames engulfed his church. There was nothing he could do.
Very helpless, very helpless feeling.
State police called the blaze suspicious. In a matter of minutes, the flames raced through the church. Firefighters couldn't save it. Neighbor Willis Parshall captured the inferno on his home video camera.
When I seen the size of the fire and the flames, it was unbelievable. I was more or less in shock right then.
In the daylight, church members stared at the destruction. Only the walls were left standing. Miriam Kapp was overwhelmed.
If you feel my heart, you'd know. I'm sad. I could cry, and yet I know it's God's will, whatever the reason is. I can't. But we'll come up again. I know that.
In the shadow of the church, members of the congregation prayed.
I pray in Jesus' name.
Very little survived the flames. This is all that's left of the church baptistry. And over here, under this metal cabinet, lies the remains of the church organ. Ironically, the church was planning to expand its present facility. Now members of the congregation will start all over again and rebuild from the ground up. They are talking about the future.
We're excited about the opportunity for a phoenix to rise out of the ashes.
Even though the church is gone, church members say the fire could not burn what was in their hearts.
And it'll just make God's message burn even stronger for us.
In York County, Ed Weinstock, News 8.
And the church will hold its family night program tonight at 7 p.m. at the Ramada Inn on Limekiln Road. And Sunday morning services will also be held there.
A Carlisle was in skin, but the evening shift employees got out on the diverter.
Worship, well, this is figured out here. We're working on that, Dennis. We are having plans to meet together tonight for a time of just information and prayer down at the Ramada Inn, which is only about a mile from us. And we'll probably go there again on Sunday for a time of worship about 9:30. And begin to continue to make the plans we need to for a meeting place from there.
Okay, you don't have anything permanent then at this point?
Not right at this point. We'll be working on that.
State Police keeping you updated on the fire investigation here?
Yeah, they are.
Okay. All right, thank you very much for talking to us.
Very well, Dennis.
Again, an informational meeting for the people who attend this church tonight, and then worship on Sunday morning at about 10 o'clock at the Ramada Inn, about a mile down the road. And again, State Police are taking a close look at this fire, Rick. Right now, they think it might be suspicious. We'll keep you updated on what happens here with the investigation. Lisa?
Thank you, Dennis.
Once again hit .311 with 24 home runs. Terry Pendleton of the Braves.
From Harrisburg, York, Lancaster, Lebanon, Carlisle, and wherever news happens, the News 21 team. With Gene Lefway, Roxanne Stein, Mike Dardis Sports, and Dr. Bill Weather. This is News 21.
I'm just here to present what we feel would be the safest alternative for this new route when it comes to transporting children.
The transportation coordinator for the Central Dauphin School District is one of hundreds of people who turned out tonight to discuss a new proposed route for 22-322. Good evening. Tonight, the last night for anyone with an opinion about changes on Route 22-322 through the Dauphin Narrows to speak out.
And they turned out by the hundreds. 500, in fact, showed up at the last public hearing for PennDOT to hear those arguments over the proposed changes to alleviate the
Cumberland Alliance Church has investigators suspicious. Now, they haven't determined a cause, but they suspect that fire could have been set. Meanwhile, church members are making plans already to rebuild. News 21's Susan Harvey reports.
This is where the congregation of 160 members met last Sunday. What was a sanctuary is now charred ruins. Some of the debris still smolders from the overnight blaze. I'm walking through what used to be the classroom. This is where Bible study took place. And this gives you an idea of what a fire can do to a table and set of chairs. Church members aren't letting the blaze destroy their spirit. They crowded a hotel conference room tonight to pray and discuss the future of their church.
But we'll have everything a good Alliance church has, like an offering.
Pastor Charles Davis told the congregation he doesn't know what caused the fire, but investigators are suspicious.
All that they have indicated to us is that there is some suspicion about things. There are some things that they don't feel are really cut and dried in terms of it being something internal.
The fire broke out at a time when the church was making plans to expand its building. $400,000 in damage was caused. The church says it was underinsured when the blaze swept through. It plans to rebuild with insurance funds available and donations from the congregation.
We got a call about 7 o'clock this morning from one of the members saying it was burned down, so it was kind of shocked. We had mixed emotions about it, but it's in God's hands, and He'll bring us out of it.
The building's gone, but the church still stands. Amen.
The fire appears to be bringing the congregation closer together. The pastor says the blaze destroyed the building, but not the church. In York County, Susan Harvey, News 21.
At the New Cumberland Ramada Inn. President-elect Clinton is seeing Washington from the White House.
Building, but tonight the members proved it hasn't damaged their spirit. Members of the New Cumberland Alliance Church held a prayer meeting tonight in a local hotel. They were forced into those new quarters by an overnight fire that caused over $500,000 damage to their church building. And the pastor says they have insurance, but it won't be enough to cover all the losses.
We are a bit underinsured. Okay. That's not all that uncommon from what we're to understand. So there will be a gap that we'll need to make up, through whatever means we have.
And while church members try to look ahead, the state police fire marshal is looking into the cause of the blaze, which is being called suspicious tonight.
Honors tonight for a local woman.
Mr. Wheaton is not here today.
Stomach headache.
Now there's relief for the sick to your stomach headache. New Excedrin Dual with
Eat. What's your hurry? Search for clues, the congregation is looking ahead with hopes of rebuilding. News 21's Steve Kearns has the story.
It's been only a few days since fire ripped through this 19-year-old church, leaving it in ruins. But on this Sunday, the voices of its congregation can be heard rising above the rubble. Despite its loss, this 160-member congregation has vowed to continue weekly services without interruption, for now at a nearby Ramada Inn. Members say this church is held together by its people, not its steeple.
Because the church is people. Whether it's little people or all of us.
I was shocked. It was like a dream, but then we had to realize that this is just, God allowed this to happen, and He will use it to help things go better for the community and for us as a congregation.
The night of the fire, those who witnessed the destruction firsthand say they couldn't believe what they were seeing.
Went and stood with a group of the pastor's family and a few members of the congregation in his driveway and watched everything happen. It was just like a nightmare, just watching everything that we've worked for and built in the building disappear.
$400,000 damage occurred during last week's fire, and ironically, it happened at a time when the church was considering expanding this building. Now it will have to be rebuilt with private donations and insurance money.
My friends, you are going to have the opportunity to put your money in a bucket.
Since the fire, donations and condolences have been coming in from all around the country. But this church's true strength lies in its congregation.
They've pitched in, they've helped in taking a lot of responsibilities, they've shared the ministry. They have been touched by the expressions of kindness and concern by people that they know, who know that they attend our church.
Church members say they believe some good was meant to come from this loss, and through faith, they'll work to make the most of it. In York County, Steve Kearns, News 21.
How many more?
Sunday services were held at a Ramada Inn not far from where the church lies in ruins. Pastor Charles Davis says what burned was not the church, but only a building. It was a message he tried to convey to the children of his congregation.
The church is people. Whether it's little people or all of us. And that's what the church is.
Damage from the fire is estimated at more than $500,000. Members of the congregation reached into their wallets to help. The donations were collected in yellow buckets because the collection basket was lost in the flames.
Certainly we only lost the material things, the books, the hymnals, the Bibles, the worship tools. But the work is all ahead to rebuild and to go from there.
Parishioners say they still find it hard to believe that anyone would want to burn their church down. But Pastor Charles Davis says they can't dwell on that.
In one sense, that's neither here nor there. For whatever reason, it took place, and we just have to move on from here.
For the time being, services will be held here at the Ramada Inn. Church officials say they will rebuild. They say there is no question about that. In York County,
Oh, 7, 8.
Hey, put your head up a little. Okay, now stand real still right now. Don't move. Night land last night.
No.
Huh?
No, I just shot it. That one he stalled.
Almost went in.
That's another one he stalled. He was going straight downfield and he stalled.
Stalled.
I got too tired. I mean, he stalled. He stopped and he was wide open shot, like dead wide open. I missed this one.
Yes, I did, didn't I?
But he has to. This last one.
That don't matter. Guess we don't have regular light bulbs up here, do we? Are there any regular light bulbs?
Big ones.
Yeah. Are there any lights?
Gotcha. Oh, Mom! My window! What I got? Yeah, I got these silver, Mom. No, Mom's in the wind back too. Mom's in the back. I don't need. Mine's in the front. I'm the only person who has a window in the front. Yeah, wait. Mine, I can tell. What? 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 Wait, I'll be right down.
This stuff's falling all apart.
A pillow.
What's this? What's this from? Oh, this is it. Jeez. Okay.
There. Is that good?
That was good.
There. Is that good, Dad? Is
Yep.
that enough? Because I can't reach any higher. Have to put the socks in. Oh, get out of there.
Well then. Back.
Good, because I can't reach any higher. Good. Right here. See that? I can't spin the whole way down there. Wait, I have to put these two up. I'm gonna put these two up. Nova up. Mom, I'm gonna put Nova up and the star, the candy house and the Christmas cookie.
Now look what you got here. You got 3 in a row. Just pick another spot.
I didn't get 3 in a row.
It's too close.
Now, what do you do with all this left? Split it later?
Make it clear. Make it colorful. Make it both. The DeskJet 550C. With DeskJet printers from Hewlett-Packard.
We're gonna put the railroad track on for that later, Joe.
Diane, what was that Mac amount again? 65 something?
I don't have it now.
Oh no. Matt. Move me. Move. Ah! Move, Nate. Where's my blocking? Molly. Here. Now. The finish of the Christmas tree. And the finish of the stuff on it. Look at the angel up there. Whoa. Matt, I want to see that. Remember the beginning. Matt, remember? Yes. Christmas tree? You don't me this. I know. Penn State. There. Now farm works. Come on, just plug it in over there. Just plug that white thing in. There. Molly. Molly. Click the house on. Okay.
Charger only $4.95 after rebate, or your choice of Chilton's 93 repair manuals just $13.95 each. Save on great gifts for under $20. At Napa, America's first choice.
This game summary is sponsored by Budweiser.
Meggett and Walker have scored the touchdowns for the respective teams. Giants have been able to move the ball through the air, and the difference is a Matt Barr field goal, also an extra point block, so the Giants lead by 4 points. Roger Ruzek will be kicking off. Dave Meggett and Joey Smith back deep for the Giants. Meggett is on the left side. And a short kick. Looking to return is Meggett on the 7. Meggett finds open field. One man to beat is McMillan, the rookie. Meggett is headed for the end zone. Touchdown! 92 yards for Dave Meggett. What a difference a week makes for the Giants. Longest career kickoff return for Dave Meggett until today was 58 yards. He blasted that one out of the books with a 92-yard touchdown return. And the Giants lead it 16-6. And Matt Barr is aboard. That's the first Giant kickoff return for a touchdown in 20 years. Barr's extra point is good, and it's 17-6.
But coming into this game, Rich Kotite was worried about Dave Meggett. He might start having nightmares about Dave Meggett, because this is just pure Meggett here. He's getting some blocking, but not a whole heck of a lot of support. Now it's just speed and moves. The last guy's the rookie McMillan. Boy, he ripped his lip biting on that one. Running down the field, he could get caught at the end, but he won't be caught at the end. He just would not let it happen. Started running a little upright there, got a little tired. Like you said, Dick, 58-yard was his longest.
So this crowd, braving threatening skies, loving what they've seen so far in the first half. So Meggett with 2 touchdowns in this game. One as a receiver, the other returning the kickoff. So the woes for the Eagles, at least to this point, continue. Got off to a 4-0 start.